What's up, YouTube? It is Truth TV NZ here, and today we're going to be looking at the best conspiracy channels that are still on YouTube. I was originally going to make a top 10, but there simply isn't enough channels to even make a top 10. That's how sparse it is on YouTube now. But, since I'm here, I might as well talk about some conspiracy channels that are still around on YouTube. And this is to anybody who's trying to get into conspiracy stuff and actually wants to research properly. You know, like we gotta value information, and since it's so hard to find conspiracy channels due to the algorithm, and the fact you gotta edit your channels for YouTube, and the fact that YouTube takes down your videos so many times, I've decided I want to make this channel to help out people who want to research more about conspiracy stuff. I will update this list and make more videos and link them in the comments. And if anybody has good suggestions for channels, link them in the comments, and I'll put the links to his channels in the in the pinned comment. So without ado, let's start. Here are the best conspiracy channels on YouTube today. First of all, we got the YouTube channel Archaeus, Jason Breshears. This guy is amazing. This guy was in prison for about 26 years, and this guy learned a lot in those 26 years of prison. This guy has made up an entire theory about this phenomenon called the Phoenix phenomenon, which is basically this kind of cosmic space AI event that happens every few hundred years, 1,000 years, whatever, and this guy chronicles all of the history. Now, here's the kind of stuff we got here. We got this guy, archaic exposure of bad data, i.e. this guy's just exposing shills and new age retards. This guy exposes Billy Carson. Billy Carson is a shill. He talks about faux and ancient Egyptians. Ancient Egyptians are occultists. And MK Ultra comes from the Book of the Dead. So, this guy's awesome. This guy exposes Graham Hancock, one of those mainstream idiots. You know, he's just as bad as Dan Brown and all those retards, and David Icke. So, yeah. He exposes ancient aliens, some nonsense History Channel stuff. So this guy's pretty cool in my book, just because of that. But there's more. This guy talks about the Phoenix phenomenon, and this guy talks about it, you know, how it's all going to happen in 2040 and stuff. And tries to explain what the Illuminati are, so that's pretty cool. But this guy isn't just somebody who talks about conspiracies. Oh no, this guy's got more stuff. This guy is actually trying to preserve all the knowledge. As he says, all it takes is one new law, one international disruption or event to delete our libraries and research. Basically saying that we as a truth community, we got to get our crap together if we want to preserve this stuff. Because they're trying to take down our stuff. You know, we took the internet for granted for so long, and then it all hit us, and this giant internet purge happened, and you can hardly find any kind of truth-related research. It's terrible, it sucks. It sucks a lot. So this guy is selling USB drives. Basically, you can put your USB drives in here, and like you can get these USB drives, you put them in the computer, you copy it on your computer, and you can just start researching away. And you can copy this, and you can sell this. And speaking of selling, apart from selling this, he's also selling his files. Some of these are free, but a lot of these cost. But I think it's personally worth it. I plan to go all in on this guy pretty soon. So, yeah. I want to say, thank you, Adam, for reminding me about this guy. If you're watching this, he's a conspiracy friend of mine. He's a cool guy. Also, I want to say thank you to Lucy and Juicy for originally recommending this guy. Okay, let's get on the second one. The second one is Mind Unveiled. But before I say anything else, I want to talk about another ex-convict channel I personally like. His name is Big Herc. His real name is Marcus Timmons, and this guy spent about 8.5 years in federal prison. This guy has in total spent 10 years in prison. This guy isn't really a conspiracy channel per se, but he is into conspiracies. But I just like this guy because he's so positive. He has such good advice for young people, and he doesn't talk about any red pill nonsense or modern woman nonsense. And this guy talks about the fatherless household. I mean, I I don't have the best relation with my dad, and I just live with my mum. So yeah, I can personally relate to this. This guy's pretty cool, and he's also got something called Fresh Out. Yeah. But anyway, let's get on to the actual next channel. This channel is called Mind Unveiled. This guy is this channel is ran by a couple that is spiritual, I guess, and what they talk about here is Tartaria. They have quite a few channels in other languages for people that speak other languages, so these guys are already doing more than most channels. Some channels just only speak English. And yeah, they talk about quite a few things. They talk about stuff like Tartaria, about Cabbage Patches, let me see, where is this? They talk about old movies. Right here they did a response to this guy called the Law Lodge, who's a Freemason, and he indirectly proved that a lot of these channels that debunk conspiracies are literally shills and literally agents of the Freemasons. Like, why are they still up on YouTube if they're not? And here's Pinwans. He's pretty cool too. He actually knows about Tartaria. This guy's even got a documentary that's almost 10 hours. That's actually kind of amazing. So yeah, this guy's like got quite a few cool videos about Tartaria. Like, this video, in fact, is so knowledgeable that a Freemason contacted these guys and said he basically admitted that even they didn't know as much of these guys. These guys literally know more than the Freemasons, who get all this initiated knowledge by doing all the occult rituals and sacrifices. So this guy's pretty amazing in my book. But he doesn't just talk about Tartaria. He's not a one-trick pony. He talks about how sports is fake, sports is rigged. Yes, sports is rigged. If you're somebody who likes to play rugby or basketball, I want to say, keep playing rugby and basketball. You just might have to do some nasty things to get to the top. That's all I'm saying. Now, I must warn people that this guy is unfortunately into occultism, and yeah, I don't support occultism at all. Occultism is 100% bad, and people shouldn't be into occultism. If you're watching this, throw your tarot cards away and get out of occultism, man. Occultism isn't good. So yeah, I just want to warn people that this guy practices occultism, and I want to say to Mind Unveiled, if you're watching this please stop being a cult. That's all I have to say to you, man. But apart from that, he's pretty cool, and he actually talks about flat Earth as well. How occultism debunks flat Earth. People don't know this, but the Freemasons actually believe in the flat Earth. Albert Pike, in his book Morals of Dogma, talks about how the Earth is flat. In fact, if you look at the Freemason logo, it's actually implied that the Freemason logo is about a flat Earth. Imagine the top is here, and the bottom is here, and imagine this part around here is where the flat plane is. And like, this whole thing's actually representative of Maya, i.e. the Matrix. I'll explain that in another video. Okay, this is the next channel, and this channel is called Conspiracy R Us. It is a Tartaria channel that is about the Mud Flood, and they also talk about how Jesus Christ already came back. There used to be more videos about this, but this is the only one he got left. And they got a channel well, they got a playlist, my bad, about how the Nephilim are clowns. If anyone doesn't know what the Nephilim are, they are a bunch of giants, red-headed giants from Genesis 6, the Book of Enoch. And this is a good picture of the Nephilim. And this is another picture of the Nephilim. These people are basically giants. And yeah, and I mean, the Bible's the only place that talks about giants, by the way. Native Americans have lots of legends about giants. There's been giants found in Patagonia. And I think there's been some giants found in New Zealand. So, yeah. You know, this guy was actually one of my favorite conspiracy channels back in the day. And he is one of the first conspiracy channels I ever fully got into back in the day. Yeah. Before then, I would just watch random conspiracy channels and stuff like A Call for Uprising or I don't know, the scariest movie ever, those kind of people. But then I got into this guy, and this guy's amazing. This is actually not a New Zealand boulder thing. This is the Mulraki boulders. You can go to this in the South Island. I'm from New Zealand, by the way. So yeah, this guy also talks about how Jesus already came back, and that's what Tartaria is. And well, he's not the only channel that talks about this. There's two other channels that talk about this. Understanding Conspiracy. Not my cup of tea, but good channel. And 2031 Truth Channel. This guy talks about a lot of things. I'm going to come back to him later in the video. But he talks about how Israel wasn't America. So pretty good channel overall. Conspiracy Us. This is probably the best Tartaria channel you'll get on YouTube, apart from Mind Unveiled. And what I like about this guy is that he tries to actually look at things, well, by the photos. He doesn't try to come up with any stupid theories. And he's not an Afrocentrist. He doesn't try to claim that this is all stuff that black people built, or that Hebrew Israelites built, or that Native Americans built. This guy isn't like this guy's an Afrocentrist, which is what I personally like. So yeah, that's 1, 2. What? Okay, this is a channel called Tales of the Old World. This channel is basically old school Tartaria ancient history channel. This guy talks about lost civilizations and about general historical things that have been ignored by mainstream history. You know, there's these people called the Smithsonian Institution. They go around, they confiscate everything from all these lost archaeological sites. And it was founded by a Freemason named Andrew Jackson. He was an American president. And they're basically the reason why we have so many holes in our history. You know, this guy talks about quite a few interesting things. You know, haven't watched this video yet, but I think this guy is talking about Hyperborea, or Shangri-La, or Agartha, whatever. So that's interesting. This guy also talks about ancient pyramids, ancient American civilizations, Olmecs, all that. Nikola Tesla, apparently he knew some stuff that he shouldn't have, and that's why they stole his inventions. And they also got some stuff about how the Maori people and the Polynesians went to the Antarctica. So yeah, if you're a Maori person or a Polynesian, some of your ancestors probably went to Antarctica. And, you know, there's a lot of conspiracy stuff, I believe, stuff I believe about the Polynesians that isn't accepted by mainstream historians. Like, one thing I don't believe is that I don't believe that they came here in the 1300s. It's just too occult for it to be true. It's like, why do they come here in the 1300s? Why not the 1400s, the 1200s? Like why not one of those dates? So yeah, I believe they've been here for longer. Their culture seems too different from the other Polynesian cultures, like Hawaiians or Samoans or whatever. So yeah, I think they've been here longer than the 1300s. And I also believe that the Polynesians had more advanced technology than we've been told. Like, the school system basically teaches us that the Maori people and the Polynesians were just, I don't know, you know, you know, savage dudes in grass skirts who, like to eat other people and all that. When really it seems like they knew way more about, the environment and science and all that kind of stuff than, even we do. Like the Maui myth about New Zealand, that's just the astrological stuff. And, they got like really advanced calendar system called the Manamataka. And they just knew a lot of things about nature that they shouldn't. Like if they were just a dumb primitive tribe, like the school system likes to teach us, then why do they know all these things? So yeah, if you haven't, I suggest you watch the movie Moana. It's actually it kind of implies that the Polynesians had a lot of advanced technology. I think they cover up a lot of native peoples like civilizations, and they try to act like nothing was going on over there before they came over there. To I don't know to cover up the history and all that stuff. But anyway, here's another cool video about how Solomon was king of Tartaria. Interesting theory. Phoenicians in America, giants in America, giant trees, ancient Egyptians of the Grand Canyon. Pretty cool stuff. Interesting stuff. Photos of Native Americans. That's cool. But this one's pretty interesting. Apparently, there was a voyage to America in the 1300s by the Knights Templar, and they went to America and stuff. And I actually believe that because if you read the Hierarchy and and all that stuff and the Second Messiah, there's a theory basically saying that the Knights Templar, after they got burned to the stake by King Philip, they went to America and colonized America before anyone else, and that's like why the USA was formed over there and stuff. And I kind of I think they are a reliable source since they are actually Freemasons, so they would have some insider knowledge. So yeah, the Knights Templar they come from the Freemasons. Why did Hitler have a Templar's cross? Why did he have a Templar's cross? And also it's like why do they have so much homages to the Knights Templar? So yeah, overall interest. Okay, here's the next one. This guy is called Zavosity Research. Zavosity, and he's a Christian content creator that exposes Freemasonry and occultism and the power elite and even the Catholic Church, which is pretty damn awesome. So, yeah, this guy is a Christian content creator and he exposes quite a few stuff. I remember how when I first discovered him, I was following all these conspiracy guys on Instagram, and this was like during 2020, maybe 2019, where like everyone was starting to make Instagram accounts and YouTube channels, and this guy was one of them. And I really liked this guy. And after I deleted Instagram, I kept following this guy. And yeah, I really like his channel. He knows what he's talking about. He reads a lot of books. He does the work. So yeah, go and follow this guy on YouTube and follow this guy's Instagram and Twitter. Now I must say I'm not actually a Christian. I'm not personally a Christian anymore. Used to be a Christian, but I stopped believing it. Yeah, I'm more into Hinduism now. But this guy's still pretty cool, and Christians in general are still pretty cool people. It's just not something I believe in anymore. Now, to do a quick run through his channel, he exposes occultism, Gnosticism. He talks about Book of Enoch and the Watchers. Talks about feminism. He talks about evolution, and he exposes how evolution's fake. I believe evolution's fake too. I don't believe we were made by. I don't believe we came from goddamn monkeys. I believe that the gods or whatever we call them created us, and that's like how we were made. And like I believe, we were like put in like multiple different gardens of Eden, or like what we call gardens of Eden, in like different places, and that's like how we came to be. But anyway, off with that tangent, yeah, this guy also, he exposes Gnosticism and all that stuff, and to, just to like make a little bit of a detour, I must say that Gnosticism and New Ageism, those things are complete shams. All the cool spiritual knowledge they have about auras and the Kundalini and meditation and chakras, all of that stuff comes from Hinduism and Buddhism, or it can trace its roots back from Hinduism and Buddhism. It's all just a ripoff of Hinduism and Buddhism. If you really want to get into that stuff, just get into Hinduism and Buddhism, man. That stuff's way better. It's not going to teach any bullshit, it's going to make you feel good, and, you're not going to go nuts after you get into it. So, yeah. And with that due to it, let's look at other things he's doing. He's looking at Patagonian giants. He's looking at Fallen Angel stuff. Monarch program, that's like brainwashing, MK Ultra. The Flood, Catholic Church. I've been to 2 Catholic schools, so I'm really glad this guy's goes into Catholic Church. Those guys got to go. More evolution stuff, and also he talks about serpent worship. So yeah, I'm actually going to tag this guy in the video, and I'm going to have him watch this. If you're watching this, Savosity, I recommend that you check out the rest of the truth channels I've recommended, and I hope you can learn some stuff. Before I go, this guy is also a Hebrew Israelite. He believes that black people are the real Israelites. And to be honest, I believe that black people are the real Israelites too. I don't believe those guys over in Palestine are the real Israelites. I believe that it's either them who are the real Israelites, or it's the Indians and the Kashmiris and the good old Pashtuns. Not all the Indians, just the northern ones. It's like Jesus apparently went to India, and yeah, so there's another guy who believes that the Israelites, black people, and his name is 2131 True Channel. He also believes that Jesus came back. So yeah, that's pretty cool. If you're watching this Savosity, I recommend you check this one out. I love your work and your content. Keep it up. Hopefully we can